This is your man Royce the 5'9". I just want to shout out my boy True, the fellow Detroit legend. Just wanted to salute him and Domo and Super James for having the #1 radio show.
Hear that, motherfuckers? #1.
What's up? What's up?
Welcome back. My name is True. I'm here with Domo Monster. Shout out to our sponsors, Fuego and Cocaine Energy Drink, which I am officially drinking my first one.
Yeah.
We got producer Hugh in the house, and then we have some very special guests. Domo.
We got G, Talkin, and Tokin.
What's up?
Today.
Talkin and Token. That's a podcast.
Soon to be, yeah, but
Yeah.
mostly Instagram page.
It's an Instagram page.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. And what did you think his name was? You said G.
I thought G stand for Graham.
I appreciate
What if it was
that.
a spot?
Some may say that. They have
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
said that. Yeah.
And we got
Hey, maybe.
Amber
And we
here.
have Amber.
You're the second part to this Talkin and Token.
Yeah, I let G take the forefront, and I kind of ride in the back.
Yeah, because Talkin and Token started later. I remember Dabagram.
Yeah, that was the first one.
Page.
It was a drunk night with a friend. And just Instagram was cool, and we just started drinking.
Is Instagram not cool anymore?
I don't know.
I don't know
Not
either.
for,
I feel
I mean, for cannabis, it's getting weird.
they're
the
trying to
censorship.
make it the new Clubhouse or what?
Well, no, it's like porn. You know, they're censoring the smoking.
It's that Facebook
Because I
shit.
used to do smoking sessions on my Instagram Live, but then I started I would get kicked off, like my live would be on and I'm all good, and then it started to like fuck up, and I was like,
when you
what the
think
fuck?
about that,
And
like how
then-
many
and-
people in the world are doing that? And there's what? How does
I
it
know,
get to
you
these
know,
people?
and it's really frustrating to me because even too, like I put these reels on and I'm like sort of sexy. I'm not showing like a zoom in of my butt or anything.
Did
but
you
I
say
get
you put
flags.
these rails down?
Reels.
Oh, reels.
Reels.
Oh, my
And
bad.
Instagram
Still-
reels.
Still thinking about cocaine.
And in my monetization, the status, I'm flagged. Like, and it's like half of the shit is like I'm not even doing anything. I'm like, how the fuck? And it says I'm sexually graphic and explicit.
Listen, Domo, you are restricted from U-Haul, LVAC.
I fixed the U-Haul.
She's back.
Still
So
restricted.
so you came with Talkin and Token,
Yeah.
because that's what you guys are probably doing, right?
Yeah, let's explain.
Yeah, it was something with
What's
me and
the
Amber had
origin?
met in the industry a long time ago.
Are you trying to take is that the North Face?
Yeah, it's definitely a rip. Everything I do is definitely a rip. So
Good.
all
Hey,
the logos.
I heard a guy called
Why
Assholes
not?
Live Forever. I heard he does really well at that.
I mean, shit.
Slut
you know.
whisper.
Slut Whisperer. What's
easy.
that guy's name? Creel?
Krill.
Krill. Hey, so do you know, hang on, I don't know this, but they started saying they sold their site. And I was kind of wondering because they said they sold it to a big mall store. And I'm like, how can you put Assholes Live Forever? And so they've been saying this, but they put everything at $5. I've literally spent $2,000. I'm getting bags of sweatshirts, like all
But
this
he's
shit.
still doing it,
It's
though.
because somebody said they thinks he fucking faked it. But I'm like, how can you sell a sweatshirt for $5 and make money?
What do you mean he faked
They're
it?
saying
Said the whole
There's
thing.
a
hey,
conspiracy
he's been saying the whole
theory.
time, like, we have one last week, it's over. And then he showed his stock. He showed a picture of the stock. It's through the fucking roof. But I'm like, did he just say I'm going to break even for...
Hey, all I gotta say is his bags. Like I use it as a stripper bag. I get a lot of compliments.
So, see?
Which one do you have? Is it said that?
I have two. So I have emotional baggage,
Emotional baggage.
and the walk of shame bag.
Both,
Nice.
both appropriate.
Hey, what was... Yeah. What's the one I have? It says...
Nice trip.
No, but...
Drug money.
Drug money, yeah.
Nice.
So I think this stuff comes directly from China because I'm getting it in bags, and you know he'll be
course.
like, "Hey, $40 mystery bag. It'll have 3 sweatshirts in it." And I mean,
Yeah.
they're not bad quality sweatshirts. I mean, I wore one the other day. I
They're
went to
I was
Erica
wearing one this
Badu.
morning.
I literally got approached by no less than 10 people, and they
Which
were like,
one were you wearing?
It was the Assholes Lives Forever T-shirt, Death Row one,
Oh,
where the guy's in the thing.
Yeah.
Dude, every single like, and these were black, you know, a lot of
I
black
went to that
people because
show,
there's
yeah.
Erica Badu.
Yeah.
But they were like, bro, where'd you
Fucking
get that
pissed
fucking
about
shirt?
that actually.
Yeah.
Did you miss it?
Yep.
Oh,
missed it.
see what
Had to go to
happened?
work, but
Yeah.
I saw the
Gotta
billboards.
be responsible.
That-
What happens when you're responsible?
all I know is they were doing Patron there, and I wasn't too happy
Ugh.
about that. but
Uh-oh.
I've never been in that Michelob Stadium though. That was pretty cool.
That was my first time.
Where's
Small.
that?
It's
Mandalay Bay.
Mandalay Bay, but it's where they put the Aces, which is the professional
yeah.
girls team. What did Tom Brady buy?
He's supposedly part of the Raiders. Trying to get a piece of
No, he
Whoa.
bought an all girls team.
Oh,
out
did he?
here.
I didn't know that. Then it has to
Can
be.
you look that up, Hugh? Tom Brady purchased.
Whoa.
It's either the Aces basketball team or it's like a girls soccer team that's coming here that's pro, but it's something girls. I'm like, hey, that's one
For
way
Vegas?
for Vegas.
Fuck yeah.
So I'm like,
We're
that
getting
means
Brady?
Tom's coming
Hey,
through.
hey,
But
Hustler's gonna put in their announcement. Free lap dances for life.
yeah, Tom Brady buys this team. It's free lap dances for life.
Right.
Did you guys see that? How they did that with the Golden Knights?
Yep.
Now I'm like, everybody's a fucking hockey player, you know?
Go figure, right?
Yeah. So what are they gonna do? And I mean, how does the girl get paid? And we gotta
Yeah,
try.
I just
Just
want to
to-
know who's the stripper that's like, yeah, I'll honor that.
Yeah, they
Who's
said
it out?
they said
Like,
for
fuck
life.
no.
The key words is for life.
God
I'm
damn.
sure not
Yeah.
very many of them will use it.
Honestly.
No, I don't think they would give it.
Honestly.
It's a good.
I love the Golden Knights, but when the fans come in the strip club, they ain't spending money. They're buying Bud Lights.
Did you see anything
Yeah.
on that, Hugh?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
He what? Oh, so he Tom Brady.
Oh,
welcome, Tom.
shit.
Hell yeah.
And shout out to them. They're actually doing really good.
They're the
Yeah.
champions.
Champs.
Yeah.
I love going to Aces games.
Yeah,
I've
no,
never been. I want to go.
Somebody told me. Somebody was like, it was actually I went with my son's mom, and she goes, "Oh, I come here all the time," and I was like, "For what?" And she said the games are like $25. Like they're not, you go to a hockey game now, it's $800 for two people. Like who can afford that shit? Like, and that's
on
not
a
even
Tuesday.
Yeah, and that's like not even parking. It's not even parking, drinks. Like
Right.
that shit's nuts. But wow,
$30 parking.
you think that's
$20
gonna?
beers.
You think Tom Brady's gonna stay out there in Tampa, or you think he's gonna come to Vegas?
He's gonna hang
Better
out
come
with
to
us.
Vegas. Didn't he move to LA? Is he living in LA?
I don't know. Last I heard, he threw the football from a boat and it hit a drone.
I saw that. Saw that. That was crazy.
What do? You got to be like, hey, I'm gonna sue Tom Brady. But yeah, no, I would love to have Tom Brady here in Vegas.
He'll come.
Even though I don't believe he's the type of guy. I don't see him living here. He'll come. I mean,
He'll
if he
have
bought
a house at least.
Yeah, I
He
think
might
he's.
hurt.
I know. I've seen him at multiple UFC fights. So I see he's a UFC fan, but that
think
would
he
be
plays
surreal.
poker.
I'm not. I don't get too caught up with celebrities, but I think Tom Brady. I would actually be. I'd probably tackle him.
Probably.
No, a lot of people don't know Tom Brady played for University of Michigan, so I've been watching this guy for
Since the beginning.
since the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found out I actually thought he was from Michigan because the way he acts very Midwest. But then someone's like, no, he's from California,
Oh,
yeah,
is
Southern
he?
California.
Oh, wow.
Bay Area.
Oh, Bay Area. Okay.
So I have a few topics that we're gonna talk about here just for a minute.
Let's do it.
We like to do this. Little things pop up. I can't even think of one right now. Can you pull up the Busta Rhymes one, Hugh? This is actually pretty crazy. It says Busta Rhymes says we can't be friends if you don't answer the phone when I can.
Oh, I
So basically,
shared that.
it says he revealed that
Yeah.
his deal breaker is when someone fails to answer the phone when he calls or doesn't respond promptly unless there's a serious situation at hand.
straight up.
Like that's
Straight up.
that's a lot of pressure though, being his friend, because you're like, fuck, what if I'm
Hey, that's
What if I-
what it takes.
Yeah, but your real friends, they should. Yeah.
Pick
Yeah.
up.
That's actually, you know what though, or he could just be mind fucking people. Like that's the way I'm gonna get him. But I mean, who wouldn't want to pick up for Busta Rhymes?
Right. You know that favor is going to be tenfold.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, and some of the.
Let
Yeah, I know.
me play
But
it
yeah,
back.
I saw that. That was kind of crazy. And then
I didn't. Yeah.
how about the Sapphire ad? Hugh,
What's Sapphire?
we
at?
have this famous woman
Oh,
right here.
Yep.
Who is
I'm
this?
gonna be in New York on Friday.
Friday. Which one is that? The
It's
333.
Sapphire on
East.
60th
Yeah.
Street.
So was that the one that I went to before? You've been to multiple ones out
Honestly,
there.
I've danced at 3 of them.
Is that considered Midtown?
This is Upper East.
Yeah, like I know you did the
Side.
Times Square, which
Yeah.
be equivalent to a very touristy one here.
Yeah, that one is a touristy one. I
thought the one when you were
I think
there
this
when
is
I was
the
out
Upper East Side.
Yeah, when
How many do they have out there?
They have 3.
Oh,
yeah. So actually, Michael Tala, my friend I was telling you about that owns the Sapphire here, he's into properties. So those buildings that are now Sapphires, those were Scores. And the Scores people actually defaulted, and he assumed the business, turned it into Sapphire. So that
Smart.
was an interesting
I want to go
thing.
back to that
Remember
one.
when Scores was just? I mean, I've never been when
I never
Howard
been to
Stern
the
would
Scores,
talk about it,
but
but
there was
Man, the
that
Score-
Sapphire that we had went to before
was
the
cool.
pandemic.
Yep.
Yeah, man, they have a steakhouse in that bitch. That one
How
was
was it?
nice. That was really good. Actually, that was pretty nice. And there was a lot of Vegas girls there too, but
So they obviously like you in New York. I mean,
Yeah.
you seem to be popping out there.
yeah, yeah. I
They,
like
what,
New
what do
York.
they say? If you can make it there, you can make it
Make it
anywhere.
Anywhere.
Could you?
So, but yeah, no,
I'm
it was
excited.
it was cool.
I'm in training.
Different training. Where do you do your
what is
training
Pole
at?
fitness.
Pole
Prep.
fitness.
Yeah, and I just went to. I just
think
went to an award
G
show.
here was saying he needed to.
I
get more
did see
fitness.
that pole
he was,
out there.
He was thinking about taking
You
a
want to take
run.
some lessons?
I retired. That's
I
the thing.
took
I tore my
Angie
rotator
from Faded
cuff.
Truth. I took her for a little lesson. So if you ever want to come down,
Yeah, who is she? What is the Faded Truth?
Angie, she has a podcast,
Hers?
Faded Truth.
Her seems pretty cool.
Yeah,
I
she's got
looked at
some.
that.
She got some cool stuff coming up. So that's
Is she a local here in Vegas?
yeah.
Shout out to her show. I don't see too many good shows
She
that I'm
had
impressed
Redman.
by.
She's been doing
I
some
saw
really
that.
good interviews. She did Lamar Odom.
Hey, and shout out to
Oh.
Redman. First of all, how did he for not doing the movie Power, the show
Yeah.
Power?
Mm-hmm.
He said he was getting paid a lot of money
They
because
were trying to do the
the
jab.
The jab. So, but here's the
Said,
deal.
"Fuck
Hey,
that."
how couldn't you get the pass from 50? Doesn't 50 Cent own Power? Like you can't even get the pass from
They're
50.
being weird.
Yeah. So that was very
There's a
interesting.
divide
but
on this stuff.
yeah,
Mhm.
I'm surprised they're still like I thought those days were behind us, but obviously they're not still.
They run hard.
Not in LA.
Not in L.A. L.A.
yeah,
is
they're
still,
still about that.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It's
Plane,
crazy
people got
right now.
masks.
Can
Yeah.
you pull up the Joe Exotic?
Joey.
Yeah, Joe. I just saw this.
Yeah, I did see
It's his
this.
first prison picture, so I was
yeah.
like, that's kind of interesting. I'm like,
You got the homeboys.
I'm like, how does he do his hair still blonde like that? Is that sun-in or what? What do you?
I think
I think
it's
it's just the
natural
end, so
blonde.
it's just growing out.
Sun in.
Well, yeah, remember that stuff? But what's crazy is, again, I just thought, this show was our first distraction when we got shut down. So you kind of wonder sometimes, like, is it, did anybody see him in jail? Is he really in prison? And then I saw this picture
Is
today.
this
and
our president candidate?
yeah, he's going in 2024.
Yeah.
I think Trump said, "Hey, I'm gonna run for president if I'm in jail too."
Yeah.
So we got
Oh, he was talking. Yeah, he actually was talking shit to Trump. He's like, yeah, wait till you get here and see how you like it. You could have pardoned a lot more people.
Ooh.
Trump isn't. Hey, listen,
Called him out.
Ooh, he
Trump-
ain't lying.
Trump ain't going to jail.
He ain't lying.
They're just
Yeah,
they're just
no,
tying him up. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if it is Biden and Tiger King, I will vote for Tiger King 100%.
As my man says, psyops are everywhere, man.
Yeah, like I don't know what's going on.
I always say I don't know who's behind Biden, but whoever it is, I don't want him back.
Whoever it
Good.
is needs to hold him up.
Did you guys see what happened on this
top
Hunter
something.
Biden shit recently?
Oh yeah, what's going on with him? I saw he had a
Saw
face
that.
mask on. It said he's pleading guilty
He's
to what?
pleading guilty for having a gun and also
Not the crack or anything, just this.
well, it
stupid-
was
the easy-
something
the
he
get
well
away
he
with.
had a felony and he was carrying a gun and the Biden's mom is helping him out, but
But
he
here's the
also
thing.
pled guilty to the crazy shit that he does with the young girls
Seen the
or
laptop,
family.
man.
Hey, but
I
guess-
don't know who these girls
Guess
are.
what though? He's gonna get pardoned by his dad, regardless of what
that's-
happened. I think. I mean, are you? Well, I don't
Could
know.
be.
I was gonna say. I still say if Trump would have pardoned El Chapo, he'd be the fucking.
Oh,
He'd be the man.
Oh, that would have been great.
I mean,
Can you
he
imagine?
did get Kwame Kilpatrick, which basically bankrupted our city, got him out of there. But
El Chapo's
got-
just trying.
got Little Wayne. Oh, he's trying. He's Joe Exotic here is going at Biden pretty
I
heavy.
think his wife is getting out though. She's gonna go on
Whose wife?
El Chapo's wife.
She's
Oh,
in
yeah,
jail?
Yeah.
I didn't
She
even
didn't
know.
rap.
Oh yeah, I think she's going in a halfway house.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty quick.
Yeah.
I saw something about that.
I mean, Joe's over here going for the black vote. That's for sure.
Yeah, he's just like, yo.
Race relations.
Yeah, he's like, let me put these guys.
Did they coordinate that?
What is the
like, did
true
they
meaning
say,
of
all
this
right, we're
picture?
gonna.
I don't remember
Gonna
Joe.
lift the leg
I don't
up.
remember Joe having those tattoos.
I don't
Right.
know. That's what I was just thinking.
Yeah, I
Hey,
don't know if those are
Hey,
prison
Joe.
tats.
Joe just needed to crouch down and
If
throw
it-
up the.
Yeah.
If it is, like, whose face is on his arm?
Well, hey,
Like, that
Right.
is gnarly.
One of
Wasn't
those
that
guys
his
is
boo?
his
One
boyfriend
of his
for
boo?
sure. And then I saw something really crazy. Can you pull up, Hugh, the adult size obstacle course in Arizona?
Yes.
I kind of feel like they should do this shit.
Lake Vegas.
You know, they do.
I thought they did do it.
They did.
Lake Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this was the same type of shit?
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Oh, yeah. No, I remember. But, yeah, I saw
Yeah, what
this.
the
and,
fuck? That looks fun as fuck.
yeah.
That one looks a little bigger. Yeah.
Till
Yeah,
you get
that
there.
looks a lot
Well,
better.
you'd be good. Till I get there and my fucking old legs, you try
Just
jumping
wobble
on
now.
trampolines now, you get real whatever. But that was pretty cool. And yeah, that is dope. If I didn't even think about that, but I do.
Yeah,
there
see,
it
yeah,
is.
see?
that's
Wow.
Except I
Yeah.
don't want to get in that water. That
Sweet
water's
job,
really
you.
gross.
yeah. Yeah.
They're
you-
probably
you
like,
ain't
Look at it.
lying.
It's like green now. Like,
They're
the tint looks nasty.
They're like due to the bodies. Is the
Due to
the
the
water
bodies.
there? Is that part of Lake Mead? I don't know if it is. No,
it's just its own.
it's just
Pumped
its
it out
own.
or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just, ugh.
Yeah.
It just
No, I
sits
remember.
there.
Some poop water.
Celebrity poop. You charge extra for that.
Yeah, that used to be. I lived there. That was actually my first.
Yeah, can I just say something about, like, if you guys need a show to watch, it's really controversial, but I've been watching this Idol.
Oh,
It has The Weeknd, and he's executive
is again.
producer.
it's everywhere.
Creepy.
Yeah, I don't even hear like The Weeknd on radio anymore. Like I feel like I haven't even heard his name on
All
nothing.
over the place.
Not
He
gonna
is?
lie, he came up on my.
What was that
I'm
thing?
in the
that-
grocery store. I'm
what,
hearing
hey,
his
what was the
songs.
thing? The car accident face, or what did he do there?
So,
what was that all?
I don't know, man, but I'm like looking at his face, and his face looks weird, and I'm like, was that what it was? Like, he tried to say that he did the rap and stuff of his face, and he was trying to do awareness for drunk driving, but it's like,
What?
bro, shut up. I think he did face surgery. I don't know if that was, the pressure of the music industry or entertainment industry, but now he's in this show. He's a star, and he's an executive producer. And there's like a really crazy story because I've been following it. So the director,
Hey, real quick,
from
this is just kind of a funny side note. I'd be following it too, but Domo Monster here got mad at me and she took me off her Netflix account. So if any of you
I
guys,
did not actually know Netflix did their own thing.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they're being weird right now.
hey,
man.
no, hey, I got cut off
He
and
got
I was
emotional.
like, that's fucking cold as shit. I'm like, I got cut off, and I don't
Hey.
even watch TV.
Hey,
But the
he-
one
yeah.
time,
Yeah, he got all emotional. He's like, "You did this on purpose. You cut me off." And I said, "No, Netflix. They asked you if this is your main
Yeah,
house,
I can vouch for
and
that.
then any other accounts, they kick them off."
So
My girl
now
lives in
people-
Barstow.
now people
That's the
can't
same
give-
thing.
Yeah,
No.
they're trying
They
to.
gotta okay
They're
it.
trying to control how many people
Well,
are
yeah,
using the
everybody,
account.
everybody was on
Right.
Yeah,
But,
somebody else's account.
But yeah, so the guy who directed,
Is that on Netflix? The show? You're
No,
talking
no,
about?
this is on HBO.
Man, you get all the good shit.
But I got the Cinema, or it's called Max, but it's like Cinemax and HBO. And so the guy who directed Euphoria is behind this, and now it's all. So there is the lady who was directing it. She was trying to have it from like a female perspective that was empowering, and now it's like this typical girl gets trapped in this like misogyny environment, and this
Is this like season
weekend. No, this is season 1. This is the
Oh,
first
so-
season.
oh, the fir-
So
okay.
there's a lot of backlash going on because it's Lily Rose Depp. It's Johnny Depp's daughter, and like first episode, second episode, third episode, it's all about like sex and exploiting her, and
two? Wow.
the weekend being all creepy and weird and saying weird shit.
Hey, he's the executive producer.
Yeah.
He's like, we're about to do this
So-
scene.
Yeah, he makes sure those scenes happen.
I don't know.
He had a fantasy.
Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Is that
Yeah.
Depp's daughter?
Yes.
Wow.
I actually
That's what I
like
thought.
her, but it's like when it gets all like sexy-ish, I'm like, ugh.
bro looks like a greasy just.
Yeah, so everybody's
Yeah.
like talking about his hair. So his
That the
hair,
Weeknd? No.
yeah. So his hair, it's like in a ponytail and it has this like a little rat tail. And
Yeah, it looks like.
God,
it would.
what's the fucking name? Yeah, it's a weird. He has a weird name. I can't think of it right now. But
Chico? It looks like it would be
no,
Chico or fucking
Chico.
Domingo.
It's like he's like a DJ manager who's been in like the entertainment side, but not like mainstream. So she's like been in it for like 10 years in the mainstream,
Oh.
and so he's trying to like use her and trying to control her.
Hugh,
moves
how
into
old
her
Hugh?
house.
How old is Johnny Depp's daughter? She looks like she's probably like
She's beautiful.
beautiful.
She's really
probably-
she's a really good.
I would say between
but
25
it's
and 30
Yeah.
is what she looks. All
But
girls in Hollywood kind of
it's
have that look.
intense. And they put her in these really provocative outfits. Like it's just like, all right, Sam, I see where you're going with this.
Does she have? Does she fit? Is she fit? She looks
Very,
like she
very
works
fit, very fit. You know, hardly little clothes.
out. There she. Wow.
But-
24.
God, you see her.
24?
24. Yep. Well, that's still 1999. Holy cow.
God damn.
We're gonna remember when
10 years after
remember
I
the,
was
the
born.
big deal about everybody
Damn,
saying
I'm 84,
when it turned
so-
1999, the
Already
Prince
like
song. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's when she was born.
but
She looks like a movie star. But 24 is a
But,
little
yeah.
young to be doing those type
oh
of.
yeah.
Pretty
So
wild.
Yeah. Speaking of weird,
Hollywood's wild.
weird,
Yep, every day.
weird stuff. Can you pull up the Pippin thing? You.
Oh yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah, this
How
is-
does that
The
work out?
what?
Larissa
Oh.
Pippen has gained the right to half of Scottie Pippen's Chicago Bulls retirement money.
How does that work?
Now
How?
let me just say this.
Because she's the mom,
uh,
ex-wife.
But it's like retirement.
is
But
the-
they're not married anymore.
yeah, she's with Michael Jordan's son now.
Yeah, I know.
Which is fucking. I mean, can you imagine? Like Scotty's always been like number 2 to Michael Jordan,
But
and then his fucking kid.
Then this is
Like, he's
yeah,
seen
this
this-
is weird. Like she could be his grandma.
She was. There was an article today about her saying that she would have a baby with him if he wanted.
What?
With who? Michael Jordan's son?
Get this bitch away! Yeah,
Hell yeah, she would.
Hey, she.
If Michael Jordan doesn't gamble all that money away.
Kardashians don't like her because she be swooping their mans after they be swooping them from
this
other
is one
ladies.
thing I'll say about
She
this.
looks like a little fake
I
Kardashian.
think that it is
Yeah.
absolutely horrible. That I mean, I do believe women obviously deserve something, but to this guy's probably played since he's been 5 years old,
Right.
and to take his retirement. When you say his retirement, his retirement's millions.
That's
But
his.
but
I mean,
how?
that,
How does she get half?
I don't know. He kind of looks like Bill Cosby.
he looks.
As much as I
gone.
hate to say
Like,
that,
he
but
looks like- yeah.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, so think about that. So she's gonna grab him, and then she's gonna go over and get Michael Jordan's
She's like
money
a,
next.
she's
Jordan
like
Foundation.
a predator. She's like a basketball predator.
She's a basketball Kardashian. They
Yeah.
got the
She's gonna play for the Aces.
throwbacks.
I picture the Vegas Aces looking like that.
He looks like he's playing for the Aces.
Yeah, well, that's just crazy. You should not be able. All
Look at that smile too. She's like, yeah, I got that shit.
So they were never married. She just.
No, I thought they were married.
Oh, I was gonna say. I think.
Hey, and
think
you,
he-
you know what she said?
Does Scottie Pippen have children?
She's got the best lawyer in the world.
She said on an interview, like on a podcast, that even for away games, she had to have sex 3 times a day with him. And then they were like, honey, they're like, okay, so what? Like, like on a Friday or something? She's like, no, every day.
That's really crazy because I hear you hear the rumors from UFC fighters,
And they have
and
a
they
kid.
say that they try to keep them away for 30 days because that will lower your testosterone level. So maybe not
Pippen
for basketball
was like,
players.
come on, lady.
Pippen was pimping.
Pippen was pimping.
Pippen was pimping.
Hey, and I can tell you right now, she wasn't the only one. He probably had his little
Sure. But
crew
damn.
every state, but that's awful to see something like that.
Oh, and
especially
there's
them.
another thing, that McGregor thing.
Her lawyer must be kicking ass though. Like, can you imagine when he's getting paid? God damn! Congratulations.
Yeah. No, it's
But yeah, the McGregor thing. My bad. Yeah, that's wild.
That's
that
wild.
situation.
But I heard
it's gonna go
But
away.
you know what? I saw that lady's
Yeah, no.
attorney. She's known for putting these little lawsuits where she had to back shit up. Like there was like another girl who was going after like a basketball player or something. So this lady is notorious. But that girl, the girl that McGregor was with, she's a regular.
Yeah, see,
She's a regular at the Miami Heat games.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like he did not by any means drag her back there.
And that whole text message of her with the security guard and stuff, like, nah. They said something. Oh, so in one of the she did a case where a girl was trying to sue Chris Brown, and it had to be thrown out. And they said that the attorney was tampering with the evidence or something like that. So,
oh my god!
so there's
These people,
Chicks,
man. You got to. I mean, and here's the crazy thing. Poor McGregor's wife. This has been like
and she's
their-
pregnant.
Yes,
and that's
with
and
kids.
that,
They
but
announced
it's
that
weird. It's like,
he's about to
okay,
have
why
her-
were you guys going in the bathroom and bitch, he did not drag or you didn't
You know
drag
what,
you,
though?
force
Things are
you
done
in the
in the
bathroom.
bathroom.
And
That's
this
just
in
that.
this day and age with that kind of money, she's probably got boyfriends too. Hopefully, if he does that, she probably does that.
yeah. I don't know that thing.
I don't know
lot
though.
of
In her
false, like,
documentary, she's
Yeah,
really
she seems like a
she's
good
really
girl.
attached to
Yeah,
him.
no,
The
she.
wife, yeah,
Yeah,
they've been together forever.
yeah.
Yeah, but they said she's not married, so they said if she stays in, sticks it out, and then gets married, then she could drop the bomb on him and then take half his.
Oh, they're not married.
Not married yet.
Oh.
They're engaged.
Oh, you
Engaged.
better. Yeah, she's hanging
You
in
know
there.
she's hanging in
She's
to.
Yep.
hanging in there for that one. By then, he's gonna be. I feel like that guy's gonna continue to.
You know, it's
Make
almost
money.
like what happened with Kobe when that chick was like, Kobe.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the
That
wife
was-
was on the brink of getting married, and then everybody was like, she's gonna stick it out, watch, just for that. And she
She did.
did.
Yeah.
But who knows? Shout out to her.
Yeah, that was a weird situation.
I don't know,
Going back
man.
full circle.
And then, hang on, I had one more thing. Can you pull up the Barry's Prime, Hugh? There's Chef Barry, and he's with a couple of the Golden Knights there. Just so you know, if you don't know, the Aiden Hill, the guy in the UNLV shirt, that's the goalie. And then the
Okay.
Jack Eichel's just a really good player that came alive. But shout out to Chef Barry. That's one of my favorite places to eat.
He looks so tiny.
Yeah, I'm like, you don't picture goalies being
That-
that big, but it's like Jesus Christ, that's a big dude for a goalie.
I was just there for my birthday.
For at Barry's?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Ooh, why'd you tell me about
What was
that?
like?
Because you weren't invited.
Was it bomb?
It
Did you
was.
see Chef Barry? or
Actually, they
anybody
have.
there?
So now I have a new table. There's a table that has like a tree in there. That's gonna be my little spot.
Oh yeah, so see, look how big that
Dude,
goalie
yeah,
is.
look at him stretched out.
Fuck.
No, he's a big dog.
He's a bit. That's what he's not. He's not like Flurry where he can do them the splits and shit. I don't think
He ain't
But
got
he's-
to in those arms and legs,
he's a
bro.
he's a big dude, man.
Wow.
So shout out to them. I can't believe the desert has. Who did you see Chef Barry? Did you see Richard?
No, I didn't see. No, Richard was out of town.
Oh yeah,
I didn't
he
see
was out of
Barry.
town.
Yeah,
I actually talked to him. He was
in
with his
Atlanta,
son,
Georgia.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Shout out to his son. His son is supposedly going to be hitting the major leagues. He's one of our friends. He's a host, Richard Wilk from Circa. His son plays for Bishop Gorman, and
Shout out to Richard.
he's doing really well. He's got him in a lot of advanced leagues, but
right on.
yeah, I just saw him the other day. He was hitting 90 mile per hour. Machine was
Dang.
throwing balls, and he was hitting them like it was nothing.
One of our friends in the industry's son just started playing for the Yankees. I want to say he's a pitcher, but don't quote me on the position. But I'm like, that's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, to come out of Las Vegas and be a pro athlete, good for that person. Because man, with all these damn distractions, like,
Right.
I mean, basically, it's kind of crazy. From all the sports teams to come out here, basically the Raiders are the only ones that are falling apart. The Aces did their thing, the Golden Knights are doing their thing. Who knows? Maybe it's Oakland. Maybe when we
See
get
the
the A's.
funny meme. They said there's a meme on I think it was like 702 memes.
Oh, yeah,
And
I
it was
that
like
guy.
it was like a picture of Jack Nicholson, and he's like on his balcony, like looking, and said, "This is what the Raiders are looking at, like the Golden Knights and then the Aces."
Oh, yeah, step up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they bring the A's. It'll.
Oh,
level 'em
yeah,
out. They'll
yeah,
That's
be-
what I
yeah.
said.
Oh, man.
Now the rest of Oakland will be here, and who knows?
Right, you brought the Bay Area down.
You know, I actually thought when I heard the Raiders were going to come here, I'm like, oh shit's going to hit the fan. There's going to be a lot of
Me
fights
too,
and
right
bad
away.
people. And come to find out, it's just the players that are getting in trouble. It's not even.
Yeah.
It's not. You don't even hear shit about the fans. I'm like, Raider Nation's going to come here and they're going to destroy Vegas.
Next year's gonna be crazy because we're gonna have the Super Bowl.
Oh,
Ooh, it's here in Vegas.
Yep.
that's right.
Man, who
So
told
all
you
the
that?
hoes are everybody.
All
All,
the
it's gonna
hoes.
be
All
Super
the
Bowl for the
hoes.
hoes and
Damn, we need
every
to.
girl.
casino's gonna be
Every,
packed.
yes,
We need to
Aria's
go rent
packed.
a bunch of houses and do Airbnbs, just flocking the hose in.
Ladies, you better book your hotels now.
Yeah, damn, Super Bowl.
Use discount code. No.
Yeah,
Yeah, now's the time
need
to
to
lock
get
in
some
with the
affiliate marketing,
Right,
man.
we
I
gotta
need to
get
get
that
some. I need to
going.
get plugged up.
No, that's what all these hotels they do that with hosts. They give them little commissions and stuff. We
I
need to
remember
get
those
on
days,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they still.
Party, we need to after party.
Yeah. I wonder
Party
who-
bus, party bus.
Yeah.
Hey, who knows? Wouldn't this be crazy? What if the Detroit Lions make it to the Super Bowl like everybody's?
What?
I know. People up. Dude, I grew
Keep
up.
dreaming.
I have never been a
Keep
fan
dreaming.
besides when Barry Sanders was there, but every year. So this guy calls me again and he's like, bro, they will go into the playoffs this year 100%. They apparently got the running back from Alabama who's unstoppable,
Okay.
but they actually got defense. I'm like, dude, they always get a good quarterback, running back, receiver, but they said they got bomb defense. And so we'll see.
I know you said
I-
you don't gamble much, but you should be that guy that puts like $100 before the
On-
season
on the-
starts and just.
Well, that would
He
now
usually
would-
does, but
Oh, that'd be cool.
No, I don't do that.
I mean, no, you do it like the week of.
Yeah. Well, no, I did. I was telling them I did it with the whole Nate thing here, but that was pretty much. I might have did one other bet, but I'm not a big better. Like I almost think that shit's rigged too. Like they got think about a pro team. Like they could say one team owner could say to the other, "We're gonna bet this and we're just gonna make this game." So I don't know. I don't
There's
know.
true life stories about that. There's movies made about it.
I know,
so
especially when they
tell me
do
to
that. When they
stop.
do the odds and the odds come out exactly what the odds are, I'm just like,
I fuck around all the time, but I'm like, well, if Vegas odds say that's how it plays. You know?
and then you got all these people that are like, hey, I'm a pro if you want to buy my picks.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I had a guy who actually was trying to sell his picks, and I asked, I'm like, I asked his friend, and he goes, bro, he gets them off YouTube. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, that's. So I'm just like, and then I got a friend who loses every time, so I'm half tempted just to hit him up and be like, who you betting for this week, and then take
Go
the other
against.
one. I feel like that would be a thing.
So,
Yeah,
Talkin
Talkin
and Tokin. Let's talk about it.
Talk about it.
Yeah,
Talk
and
about
what did I say? They got the North
The
Face.
North
Face.
Face rip.
North
Yeah,
Face,
yeah.
North Face is gonna come get.
The original designs we did.
How
it
do you know about
ourselves.
North Face, Domo?
I just know a bunch of motherfuckers
Oh,
wearing the
everybody.
jackets
Bunch
of
from.
yuppies walking
Yeah.
around.
Hey, you had to wear that shit in
Chads and Brads.
Michigan. That shit
Right.
so cold. I had all kinds of.
That's where those Chads and Brads come from is Michigan. And
Yeah. So
I
I'm.
only have hoochie mama clothes, so I don't,
So what do
I
you
don't
what do
wear
you,
it.
what do you guys talk about on?
It's my Hoochie Mama shirt right now.
Yeah. So, what? How did it start? Like, what?
No,
what?
I mean, we were both in the industry long
Were you
time
high
ago.
when you guys started?
Always. I'm high right now.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You can smell me coming in. But, I mean, we were in this industry, and we just noticed there was a void and people talking to the community and community talking back and reach outs. And, you know, we're like, there's not.
Absolutely, because it's kind of like a little like because I'm in it, but it is a kind of like secret world.
Oh, it's like high
you
school.
gotta-
It's cliquey.
Yeah, it is.
It's high
cliquey.
school.
Yep, it definitely is.
I'm the kid in high school. Like I'm from Redondo Beach, so in our high school, you have to walk
you?
down. Yeah, you have to walk down the path, and so there was like every clique was there, and then you go to the cafeteria, and everybody's in the cafeteria. Well, our clique, it was only 4 people deep. We were the stoners, so it was the same thing in school how it is now. Like there are the cliques, but then there's the stoners who are true stoners, and they just get along with everybody, and they just try and make everybody happy, and you know. Sometimes we don't do that.
There's like a misconnection with the people who are in the industry to the consumers.
Yeah, so Nevada's a very different market than like
Oh,
Yeah.
California
Yeah.
and Colorado, and a lot of people don't realize that, but it's small. And so when it started medical, that's where we both began. Or were you there for medical?
I was like 2 weeks after it turned.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I started with medical, and it was because I was passionate about cannabis. That's how I got here.
Is medical out here much better?
Where are you from originally?
I came from Utah,
Okay.
so I came.
How many
here,
husbands you have, real quick?
Yeah, we can
She's
talk.
like,
Yeah, I
came
know,
here
right?
Came here with 4 dudes.
Are you Mormon?
No. But anyway, so I started when it was medical, and when it was medical, it was very different than it is now.
Right.
And the program's going kind of away, and it's sad because medical is what started it. But anyway, so I was very passionate about cannabis, and I got into it, learned a lot about it, and it was just really small. Our industry is small, so I can still tell you almost every cultivator in town. Now there's just 101 white labels. So, anyways, it's a lot of the stuff that's done in cannabis is strictly for the industry people, And what about the patients? What about the
Right.
customers who are buying all this
that's true,
product?
that.
There's all these events and things going on, but people don't really know about them, or they're not a part of them. I see some of these cannabis businesses that, they're doing a great business, but they're only catering to those in the industry.
Very true.
And honestly, those in the industry don't make shit, so they don't have money to go to half of their events.
Is that why Sheldon always makes his events free?
Sheldon's awesome.
Yeah, no, but I mean, he always, one thing when we had him on our show, he had said multiple times, he's like, well, everything is free. And I'm like, okay, if everything's free, then how does anybody make money? But that was like the slogan to his parties. Was everything's free.
Obviously, they're sponsors, but,
Yeah.
lets people in free, He does a lot of great work, so
Yeah.
he
No, I like
makes
him.
money on the
He's-
back
he's-
end.
Juice.
He's got to make money. That's what I said. He's got to, I actually asked him that on our show. I said, if everything is free, how do you make money? But I knew.
It's actually interesting that you say that the consumers are kind of out of the events, because now that I'm kind of going to it, you're right. Like, it is brands, or it's dispensaries, or it's cultivators. And when I talk to just normal people who are buying stuff, they don't know shit about it. Like, I'll tell them about Champs, and they're like, "What is that?"
Oh yeah.
Or
we got
other
we got
events.
tons of, like I was telling you, I got tons of friends from Michigan that growers and dispensaries, and they don't even know what Champs is.
Man, I remember one time I went to a Champs and I was working at this dispensary, and I walked by the owner and co-owner, and they gave me the stink face. I was like, how the fuck do you get in here? I was like, I get in places. Like, it was just
Right.
but it was one of those things like you don't expect normal people who bud-tend and stuff to be in there.
I've been out here since 2005, and just maybe last year, I think Champs was the first convention I ever went in.
Champs
Because they were always not for the public, and then the ones that they would be like, yeah, it's 150 or something crazy to get in. But yeah, like I was like, holy shit.
And
this is
I think too, there's other type of people who are consumers, who are cancer patients, veterans who are on a fixed income, and some of these prices are very for tourists. So, $50 ace are that's whatever. But for a veteran who is only getting a certain amount of VA and Social Security, that can be tight.
what do you think about the weed here compared to other?
Yes. What do you
You're
think
asking
about
one of the
Yeah.
most pickiest people.
Yeah,
so-
well, I was going to tell you, I'm not a smoker, but I mean, I saw the difference between here and then smoking in California.
Yeah.
So
can see
again, I'm passionate about it, and I use cannabis for a medical purpose. That's how it started. And I mean, definitely don't get me wrong. I'm gonna smoke a blunt just to smoke a blunt because now I enjoy it as well, right? It's both. It's not just for medical, but that's where my primary came in, and that's how I learned about it. And I learned to help people, and I saw how it could help people and change them, right? And now I totally went left.
We're basically talking about the prices.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
the quality.
Yeah.
Quality.
So
Yeah,
anyways,
the quality.
yeah.
when I first started, I worked in the dispensaries, and then I quickly outgrew that. And to move here and go into cannabis, it was very low paying, so I had to take like
Vegas
5
was low
steps.
paying.
Still.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Still.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So I came from accounting, automotive industry. I took like it's just disgusting. I don't even want to talk about pay.
I can't believe that in
That's
Vegas.
what
Yeah.
I wanted. But that's
Yeah.
what I wanted to do. That was my passion. And so then there
You
was
ever a trimmer?
no.
No. Okay.
I've been in the grow a lot though. So I was doing some freelance work, and one of the brands I was doing pop-ups for was called Evergreen Organics, and they were starting this new company, Fleur. Well, they were,
Oh yeah,
they were
yeah.
using-
We took
went
a
there.
tour
Yeah.
of Fleur.
okay. So they were
Organic.
they were started by Steve Cantwell, who owns Green Life Productions.
Okay.
So Steve started that project, and that's why that project is Fleur is what it is, because Steve started that. Those are the only 2 companies in the state that are completely. I can't use the term organic because that's a federal term, but they're equal to organic, right? There's
Okay.
other certifications out there and how they grow. There is another one called Fuse, but they grow and then use their flower for concentrates.
Yeah, you know, like
Okay,
every
okay.
every grower is always going to say something. But I had my friends that are growers. We came out here. We went through Fleur and we went through Redwood, and Redwood was like only half done. But my friends, and like I said, I don't know because I don't know the game at all. They let you know when we left. They were like, both of those are bullshit. Grows is basically what they said. Now these are guys from Michigan. Who knows? I mean, I feel like every grower would probably go somewhere and say that about the other grower. But what do you think about that? I thought Redwood. I mean, I like both of them to be honest with you. But
I can definitely talk in favor of Fleur because that was my home for
Yeah.
5 years.
I know the guy. What his Sven?
Sven.
Sven.
Yep.
Yeah.
he's
I
a
was
cool
the sales
dude.
and marketing director, and G was a brand ambassador, and we were
Right,
we were a
all
great
right.
team.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, I respect them. GLP is definitely my favorite. Steve Cantwell he started this here in Nevada. He's one of the first growers. He has clean flower, and I'm very big about it being clean. So I'm going to talk about 2 growers because they're clean. And when I say clean, that means no chemicals, no radiation. A lot of people, again, started this industry, started because of medical patients. So people are using it to fight cancer, and
Yes.
they're
Exactly,
using
yeah.
it for a medical purpose. So why do you want stuff that's tainted? That's why we're trying to get away from pills. And then now there's cultivations that are they use chemicals in their growing process, which I don't think is necessary. And Fleur and GLP have proved that. But now they're using radiation, and that's because their flower mold is a big issue in Nevada because they're growing indoors, right? And they got to keep it from getting dry. So then they get humidity, and that creates mold. So there's all these tests that they have to pass, and so now they just get these radiation machines and say, okay, well, it kills everything. And now your flower's clean. That's what they'll sell you. Is the flower's
Okay.
clean because it's like microwaving it, and it microwaves the mold out.
But is
That-
that
that
dangerous
fa-
for us to consume?
I mean, I'm not a doctor. I just know if something was moldy and then radiated to get it to go away, that's just not something I want to smoke. I
Right.
just don't have any
And,
interest
and
in
they'll
it.
tell you it's FDA approved and this and that. But if you look at cigarettes, the main cause is actually the radiation that's treated through the tobacco.
Really?
And that's from like the CDC.
yeah, the
Now,
only
I'm not here to say that's weed, but it's tobacco.
Yeah, the only thing that I
Yeah.
find weird, and I mean, I'm in my later 40s, but I just remember my mom has been smoking since 15. And like I said, I just remember getting weed for her all the time. But there was no names, there was no sativa, there was no indica. It was just like, give me a bag of the shit. And I
Whatever you got.
And I do remember there being seeds and stems and all, whatever. But I'm like, I just don't know how it went from that to then all of a sudden, into all these
Boutique.
things and then all these names. That's why I said I can't wait for the cocaine one to come out because those names are gonna be killer.
Yeah, fucking up all night.
But I'm like, who does come up with all these weed names? I mean, there's so many.
Well, now
It's ridiculous.
I got Domo
man.
one. What was that one called? Called stripper pole or
Day
something?
stripper.
Day stripper.
I had one called Wet Pussy.
Really?
Like, wow.
Oh my!
It was a
That's why I
wet
said
cat
some-
on the package.
What?
You think it's the grower? The grower? He just was like, hey, this is what this strain.
Yes, there is a whole process because I did a harvest, and so he was telling there's a whole process that goes into it, and it's very
Domo's
symbolic to that.
brother here tried to put her out there on Murder
Murder
Mountain.
Mountain. Yeah,
She was out there. She was out there trimming.
I was
I'm like,
out there.
like,
So
You're so little
now
to be out there.
everything's kind of a hybrid, meaning everything is crossed, right? So you could take a classic strain like Jack Herer and then they cross it with pineapple, and now they have pineapple Jack. You
I
what
know,
And then
it's like-
the
So
next
lame.
person
Don't you
comes
fuck
along and
with
takes
Jack.
pineapple Jack and decides they're just going to call it moonlight stars. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, there's just no rhyme or reason to some of them. But I think really, things have changed. Like you said, I mean, I remember growing up the same way. Like, who knows what we were getting? We just got weed, right?
Yeah.
But now
That
there's
was it,
science
just-
and there's computers, and so there's a thing called terpenes in the plants, which are
Yes.
like
Yes.
just like essential oils. So I always tell people, learn your terpenes, and you can't do that in some of the other states.
And
that
what's the
don't
other
list them.
thing called? The myrcene?
That's
Mercy.
myrcene.
Myrcene.
That's a terpene.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I
so-
remember she asked me to get a sativa one time, and I got it for her, and she said it made her go to sleep. And then when I went back, I told this kid, I said, hey, I thought it wasn't supposed to make it. And he's like, well, this had myrcene. So that's a sleeping property? Myrcene?
Yeah, for most people, it makes you feel super stony, makes you sleepy. It helps with pain, though. But
Okay.
yeah, so if you gave that to me right now, I'd be nodding
Yeah.
off because it affects me differently. So that's why I tell people you want to learn those terpenes because that's how you buy a strain. Because coming into a city, if I didn't know Vegas, how am I going to pick flower? How do I know who the
Sure.
good
Well,
grower
I-
is?
And now I've noticed that like the percentages of these THC is like super high,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of
especially for
bullshit.
sativa.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of
As long
labs
as they
get
have
caught.
a good amount of terpenes in it, if you got a flower, like there was a grower during medical that would have really high THCs, like they'd have 30%, but their terpenes were all under 2 milligrams, which average they should be 2 or higher, right? So when there's really low terps and high THC, it's going to be a really stony high that lasts like 10 or 15 minutes. And after 15 minutes, you're like, oh, did we smoke? We should
Yeah.
smoke again.
And-
And
See,
that's
I-
why people buy like
they do that by design.
I had a
huh?
friend named J.J. Walker, but he owned a business in Colorado.
I know JJ.
You do you?
Yeah,
the good
cannabis
motherfucker.
music.
Yeah,
But,
yep.
yeah, but he
And now the homie Hugo has
he
his
owned-
pieces.
Yeah.
I'm dude, this was so random. This girl called me that I've known forever, and she's like, "Hey," she's like, "Are you going to Hakkasan?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I had a couple of my buddies, and she's like, "I'm gonna hook you up with these guys. Can you guys just like split a table?" And I'm like, "That's kind of a weird thing to do with like guys you don't know from Colorado." But we met up, and it was JJ and them, and we split this table. And I mean, these guys were cooler than shit. But JJ owned a business out in Colorado where they would put you on a bus, and they were weed tours. But what they were saying was so many people, and I believe this happens in Vegas all the time, so many people come out here and they don't really know what the fuck they're smoking. So he said these people would educate them. Like, what kind of high are you trying to get? You want to go
Can I
with
be a
the-
cannabis sexy tour guide?
You know,
Yeah, I mean,
I can
he's...
hook you up. I know.
that was a
someone.
long time ago. That was, yeah, we do.
Well, I heard
That
he,
was a
I
long
heard
time
he
ago.
made a ton of money. I know he talked about doing that here in Vegas. I'm surprised somebody hasn't done
They
that.
No, there is.
There is?
There's
There
cannabis
is?
weddings,
Does it?
cannabis
Yeah.
tours.
Cannabis weddings?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no,
Las
the
Vegas
cannabis
industry's big.
tours. My
Yeah,
friend
How does that
Maxine-
go? Do you by
Who's
saying
the flower girl?
that's pretty good.
by saying
I wanna be the
I do-
flower
You
girl.
should get one.
When you say I do, the puff code just goes up.
Unfortunately, no,
With
there's no
these joints.
cannabis. She does them at Planet 13, and then there's a local cultivation that lets her go in and do them in there, depending on what the person wants.
Yeah, well,
I attended
For
one.
the wedding?
Uh-huh.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That-
she's a cool
okay.
chick.
Okay.
that's actually
okay.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's, yeah, I
And
would like
you
to
know,
see.
I've actually helped her do the tours because
Yeah.
I'm one of those that has all that weird random cannabis
Oh, I want
knowledge
to go.
to
I
share
want to
with
go on the
people.
tour.
Oh yeah, the tours are fun.
wanna check it
You
out.
know, you get to blow glass and get to make your own piece. Like that's
Oh.
fun. Check out your cultivations, your
Yeah, go to the
dispensaries.
lounge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The New Woo Lounge, which is cool as fuck.
Oh yeah, I
new
heard
what?
about that. New
The New Woo
Woo.
Lounge.
They're the ones that just did Busta Rhymes not too
Yeah,
long
Busta
ago.
Rhymes. Our boy Steve
Where's this
LaBelle was
at?
there. Right there
Yep.
with New Woo, just like in the same property, just like right across.
At Planet 13?
Yeah, I'll be there Friday. We're always there for Dirty Bird. They have
Whoa,
somebody-
wait, hold
Dirty
on.
Bird.
What?
Dirty Bird's there at 8
They're
o'clock.
there?
And you can smoke and dab, take drinks.
Yeah, they said
Okay, wait,
food
hold
they
on.
trucks.
said it's
Oh,
they said it's
fuck, I'm
remember
leaving.
Come
Damn
on,
it.
fucking Domo every time.
God damn it. I'm going to be in New
remember
York.
I told you Domo I said there was a place and they were like Sheldon told me
Stop.
about
Dirty
it.
Bird is like one of my favorite
Yeah.
record labels.
8 years strong, right there.
So
Yeah.
Sheldon told me about it because I was talking
He's
about
good.
Claude
the
Von
bus
Stroke, man.
with Hardin, and then Sheldon was like, "I think you should talk to these people at
You
New
need
Woo."
to, yeah.
And I was
Pimp
like,
juice.
what is that? Hey, here's something I gotta ask you.
Pimp juice.
And this is to do with Sheldon because I think it's hilarious. So when he has all these categories, I had asked him. I said, Sheldon, who counts the fucking votes? And he says it's some, he explains some high tech device, but I'm like, no, it's not. How are you counting these fucking votes?
Hey, just stay tuned.
Stay
for
tuned.
next month.
Yeah. Well, I was pumped when he said he says it real slow, but he said that he set the record for the most awards given out.
That's what he said.
I'm like, this guy's setting records on everything, man.
you know,
Guinness-
How do you keep up,
Guinness World
I have to
Records.
go. I have to go this year, and I am going because I'm just like, how do you give
Yeah,
out?
you
100,
have to go.
How do you give out 150 awards?
the first year I was there,
be
'cause we won
organized,
one
like-
of these awards. We won
Yeah.
for culture and cannabis 2 years in a row.
Is it
Then we've been
organized?
speakers.
What, for
It's-
Whack It Grinders?
No, the first year I was rocking with this cat. He did culture and cannabis, so we
Okay.
won best event. And then we've been actually Fleur
got
and
one?
Evergreen. Yeah.
Amber and I, we've actually been speakers like here,
Wow.
California, Arizona.
You
and
get
then
really high and go out there and
I
just
get
say,
high every day.
Every day, yeah.
Like I'm at come by the office, I'm the badge on whenever we have champs, we invite people to the office and everybody leaves says we never been this high before. Like and then
Yeah.
I'm like that fuck yeah, it feels great to hear that,
Yeah.
But we'll be there this year. We're nominated for some things. We'll be talking up there,
Is it? I mean, is it? Does it seem organized? Does it seem like a? I mean,
You
I
just
He's getting
gotta
better.
go.
He's
Yeah,
getting
it's
better.
getting
Yeah, you
better.
just
He's
gotta
getting
go.
better.
I mean, it's hard for anybody because I mean, I've thrown shows and stuff, and I'm just like, how the hell do you organize giving out that many awards?
And you
Check
know what?
it
My
out.
biggest gripe, and like I tell him all the time, I tell Pimp Juice all the time, Pimp Juice. We get to
We help
talk,
him
but
grow.
Arizona's fun because you can smoke when you're doing a speech. California, you can smoke at the grounds. Unfortunately, Nevada
Vegas
don't let
is
you do
weird
Nevada.
It's because
Nevada.
of the liquor
That's why Indians are
licenses.
dope.
Yeah, well, I mean, dude, he's got a. I didn't think when I spoke to him prior, I didn't think he was gonna do not Planet 13, Area 15, because it was so expensive. He was talking about moving it over to Thomas Mack, but I'm like that. But I'm like, yeah, but I'm like Area 15. That's got to be
It
an
fits better
expensive.
for him.
It was, yeah, but it was like a little
Hopefully,
weird.
hopefully they do it. Because didn't you say one year it was just scolding hot a couple years ago?
It was very hot. Not last year,
hopefully
but the
he's
year
doing it-
before. That was fucking hot.
Hopefully
as
he
shit.
does it in that room where they did Little Miss Nasty, which by the way is
I
back on
think
the.
That's where
it is.
It's the indoor outdoor.
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
where we'll be
You weren't
speaking
there,
on
but
that
they
stage.
actually open half, like part of it, so that.
Yeah, I heard
but
people were like.
Everybody's
dying.
like squishing in there because that's where the air
The only
conditioning is.
thing I told Sheldon, and like I said, I'm not in the weed community, but we talk to a lot of weed people. I'm like, Sheldon, these weed people say you've had the same axe for 4 years. You need to change the axe, and I think he did. I think he changed it.
I know
this
he's
year a
got
little bit.
Nocturnal coming on.
Yeah, he
He's
doesn't
switching-
have.
He's trying to switch it up here.
Little
and there.
Xan is gone. That's a.
I don't even know who that was. No lie to you. I don't know the
Me
young
neither,
kids.
to
One
be-
of
I
the
don't know the
mumble
young kids.
rappers.
Yeah, I don't know the mumble.
Yeah, but just the word
You
on the
don't know the
streets,
mumble.
everybody's like.
Don't.
But I'm like, I feel like Sheldon. I mean, I heard had these guys living with him. Like, he's so cool to everybody that I'm just like,
He's a big hearted dude.
that's what I'm saying. Like when he meets him, he's like, I'm just gonna keep
Yeah.
doing you, and I'm like,
He's
yeah.
like-
Everybody's like, man, he's got to change the act. So he
Yeah.
did. Little Xan is not on the thing. Probably Johnny Richter.
The biggest
I
thing
think-
is just Nevada's got to find him a place where he can consume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
They
it
should've
sucks
had
for
him
him.
in
It
Newell.
sucks. Yeah,
Is-
that
is
should
New-
be. He's actually doing a domino tournament at
they
Newell.
mentioned
That's what
I'm
he.
waiting for
he
that.
yeah,
So
he
you-
called.
$50 buy-in. You could win a tournament, right? But there's going to be dabs and joints and vendors and giveaways.
Yeah,
and
he
it's
asked.
all
He
legal.
asked if we wanted to be there, and that's what he asked me. He's like, hey, he's like, you play dominoes? And I'm like, I don't really know. Like, I'm like, is that where you
I
set
watch.
them up and you
Yeah.
push it and they go?
I will do that. I'll play
I'm
that.
not like, I can't
Bones.
put money on it.
Amber
but-
plays some
oh.
bones. She'll be
Oh,
slapping
okay,
them down.
Amber.
I'm gonna test my skills.
Ooh.
Hey, Talkin and Tokin's going to be there.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well,
You
no,
know?
that's what he.
I'll
he-
check it out. Wait, when is that?
I'll get you the
I
flyer.
think
Okay.
it's like July 27th
Oh, okay,
or
yeah,
9th
yeah.
or something.
We got some time.
Yeah, but no, he always updates me on what's going on. But he said New Woo is the new spot.
I believe in it.
You can
100%.
smoke there.
400%.
I didn't
I
even
need to go
I didn't
there.
even know there was Indian land out here. Like
Paiutes,
Michigan.
Paiutes, bro. They killed giants a long time
Remember
ago.
Virgin?
So they've
Oh,
actually had
right,
the
right.
lounge for
Oh yeah, the
3
Indian
years?
At
casinos
least
have
3
came
years.
in.
Yeah.
yeah, they had it for like 3 years and they just rebuilt.
So now
So it's a
beautiful.
dispensary too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
How far away from the strip is it?
It's like 5 minutes because it's on Main Street.
Mhm.
So you just take
Downtown?
Main
A few minutes away from
Plaza
Fort
Oh.
Queen.
and
Shit.
cross Washington. You cross Washington and then
Wow,
it's
that's
on the
actually a
left.
great spot because I feel like people downtown are probably the heaviest of the weed people. That actually everybody is. What am I talking about?
Right.
But
But
you gotta
it's
watch out for
convenient.
downtown. They got some fake dispensaries that sell you CBD, saying it's
Yeah.
THC. Sons of
What?
bitches.
Do
Oh
they?
yeah, they tried to tell me one time when I went in there asking all kinds of questions. Shouldn't have. I played dumb. Should have played dumb, but they didn't like me from the start. They were like,
Right.
"No, it has 0.03% THC, but it's high in CBD." And
Because they know. They're
Yeah.
like, this guy knows
they
his
gotta check.
shit.
They're like, "Oh, we gotta check your ID and we gotta do this and that." And it's like, bro, you're not
Why?
even selling weed.
Yeah.
You're selling
Why are you
cigarettes,
checking our
like-
ID?
I heard you say Steve LaBelle's name. How do you know Steve LaBelle?
Steve, actually, we got linked up through a partner of ours from Mass Appeal Magazine. And I reached out to her and I was like, do you know somebody who might be interested in doing a co-branding with the Whack It Grinders? And she was like, not me personally, but you heard of Steve LaBelle?
Was he interested?
Yeah, so we had a good little talk, and he's doing his thing right now, signing his artist, but as soon as he touched down, we're going to be able to give him a care
Steve
package.
LaBelle's a very big. I've known him for well over 20 years.
It's an OG.
Yeah.
Big in the
Double O.
big in the hip hop game, and I know he's done. I think he did a little bit with Cookies and and shout out to these guys too, the Whack It Grinders.
Whack
That's
It
you guys.
Grinder crew.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
my
gonna
9 to 5.
say for me not being in the
Robots.
cannabis industry, that's the coolest thing that I've seen.
I
hands
bring it
down.
everywhere.
Yeah, every time somebody sees her do it, they're just like, "What in the fuck is that?"
My bag has a grinder, and my bag also has a robot that it'll
Yeah.
fill a cone for you in 5 seconds.
Yes.
You know, and the boys are actually in Denver. Shout out to
Yes.
the boys. They're in Denver right now at the psychedelic convention, teaching people how the grinder can do it for mushrooms and going to labs and teaching them. We're actually the only grinder certified to be in cannabis labs here in Nevada, and I want to say Idaho or Ohio.
Not
Oh, wow.
Idaho, so.
Ohio, yeah. So Ohio, and then coming into Michigan, in the East
Wow.
Coast. So that's fun. We're hitting, we get to hit all the markets. So we
That's
got-
awesome.
yeah, it's good
All
stuff.
right, well, we're gonna wrap things up. How can we find you? Actually, yeah, you got to tell me because you guys be
We're
you
everywhere.
guys be blasting my page with all these names. I need to know everybody's name that's hitting me up.
You know, Talkin and Tokin is basically us.
Yep.
That's
that.
Instagram, Talkin and Tokin.
Okay.
You want to do yours? Your personals? No? Well, mine's Dabagram. Everybody
Yeah,
got my shit gets me in
So
trouble
you're
all the time.
Dabagram, so I got
You
that.
know,
I got
Shout
that.
out to everybody who yells at me for the shit we talk. Love you guys.
Yeah, no, I hear that. And what about you, Domo
You
Monster?
can find me at Domo Monster 7 on IG.
And you can also find you in New York Friday night.
Yeah, Onyx Music. So you can follow my spicy page, and I will be in New York at Sapphire 60.
Sapphire 60. You got
What-
any
what's
social
up,
media
Amber?
over there?
Drop
I
it.
do, but it.
She's
Yeah,
like my spicy page.
Hey,
She's
you
like,
know what?
I know you got a. I know you got a
Oh,
OnlyFans.
She got red. She got red.
You got the feet
My Instagram
going?
is kind of fun. It's at the Fun Hugger.
The
DA
Fun
Hug-
Hugger?
Fun Hogger.
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 My
Oh,
friend told me
okay.
a long time ago I hog all the fun. So it's a lot of travel and hiking.
Oh, there you
I'm an outdoorsy
go. There you
person.
go.
I actually haven't heard that term in a long time. Some
and you
say you're
never know.
hogging it
Maybe
all.
somebody would want your educational on the medical side.
Oil
Well,
and
definitely
water.
hit us up on Talkin and Tokin. 'Cause
Yes.
that's what I'm there
Yes.
for. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's not just weed. We do everything in between in Vegas.
That's what I was
so-
gonna
Okay.
say. To come on your show, do you have to smoke weed or what's going on?
Not
Can
at all.
we-
Not
Not
at
at
all.
all?
We'll do it for
Hey,
you.
can we get on the show?
Of course,
Yeah.
you know, but we do food reviews. We go to the Beverly Theater.
See, that's
we
what
go.
I need to start
We do
doing.
everything that we bring cannabis community and community to cannabis.
Because
That was our
Nice.
goal.
You know who's the cannabis customer? Everyone.
Everybody, yeah. I remember
And the
Domo.
food makes sense.
I actually
I
remember
need to
Domo
do
Monster
that.
coming, I think, from one of your guys' events, and she had this bomb plate of food. And she was like, "I just came from the Whack It Grinder."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the headquarters stays.
The
busy.
headquarters.
We're active
Yeah.
over there. We are active.
And I just started a new page. It's tru.e11even. But I'm on Green Room Radio full time. I cannot handle 2 pages. Any guys out there, quit sending me weird shit and dick pics and
My bad.
thinking that thinking that they're talking to Domo Monster. So I have to tell people sometimes, hey, there's 2 people on here. Make sure you tell me who you want to talk to, because
It was only twice. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
so. All right, we will see you guys next week, and we appreciate you guys for coming by.
Peace
out.
out. And we're gonna smoke.